थोड़े दिन पहले आपको डीवाईडी डिजाइन योर डेस्टिनी के बारे में बताया था। एक ऐसा लाइव इवेंट करवाने वाले हैं 9 जनवरी को, जिसमें आपको पेरेंटिंग, रिलेशनशिप, फिनेंस, करियर से रिलेटेड बहुत अच्छे अच्छे इन्फॉर्मेशन जानने को मिलेंगे। और इसका जो प्रीव्यू है वो हम 5 जनवरी को करने वाले हैं। आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं 7:30 बजे। और जो जो क्वेश्चंस पूछना चाहते हैं या जिन्हें क्वेरीज हैं, जो लाइव इवेंट का जानना चाहते हैं कि उसमें क्या क्या होने वाला है, आपकी प्रीव्यू जरूर अटेंड कीजिए। मैंने थोड़े दिन पहले आपको एक गूगल फॉर्म भरने को बोला था, जिसमें आप अपने क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते थे रिलेटेड टू एनी ऑफ द 4 कैटेगरीज। आप लोगों ने क्वेश्चंस पूछे और उनके जो इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस हैं वो मैंने इंक्लूड किए हैं। कुछ क्वेश्चंस जो इंक्लूड नहीं हो पाए हैं उनके जवाब जरूर आपको मिलेंगे। आप जरूर ये इवेंट अटेंड कीजिए। और इससे पहले आप देखिए इस प्रीव्यू को अटेंड करके, जो कि फ्री है। लाइव प्रीव्यू होगा जो आप अटेंड कर सकते हैं। आई विल बी द होस्ट विद द 4 स्पीकर्स, और वो आपको बताएंगे कि इस 6 आवर्स के इवेंट में जो 9 जनवरी को होने वाला है उसमें क्या क्या वो डील करने वाले हैं। डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जो लिंक है वहां पे जाकर आप रजिस्टर कर सकते हैं। ये इवेंट बहुत ही हेल्पफुल होगा आप लोगों को। और ये जो 4 कैटेगरीज मैं बोल रही हूँ, इसमें हमें कोई ना कोई डाउट होता ही है, और कोई प्रॉपर गाइडेंस देने वाला हो तो हमें समझ में आ जाता है कि हमें करना क्या है। मैंने डिजाइन योर डेस्टिनी के 4 स्पीकर्स के साथ इंटरव्यू लिया है, जिसमें मैंने आपके कुछ क्वेश्चंस डील किए हैं। कुछ क्वेश्चंस के जवाब इस इंटरव्यू से ही मिल सकते हैं आपको। डू वॉच द इंटरव्यू टिल द एंड, आपको बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिलेगा। मैंने चैप्टर्स नीचे लिख दिए हैं। अगर आपको कुछ स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक पे जंप करना है तो आप जो है पूरा इंटरव्यू ना देखकर उस स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक पे जंप कर सकते हैं एंड वो सुन सकते हैं। एंड वॉच दिस इंटरव्यू टिल द एंड।
Send a warm welcome to all of you, to the whole DYD team here. And it's a pleasure having you all here on this online platform. And I'm sure that our online community will be benefiting a lot from your knowledge and expertise. Before starting and taking the questions, let me introduce you all to our online community. So we have Dr. B.B. Agarwal, the parents coach, and we have Shyam Chetwani, and we have Roshan Khadiye, career breakthrough coach, and we have Vanya Grant, video confidence coach. And before taking questions, let me thank all of them who have participated and answered their questions through the Google form. So the first question is regarding personal confidence. So 3 people have asked the same question. So I would like to address you all this question. Abhishek Saxena, Arpita Bhattacharya, and Mubarak, these have this question that they have been facing multiple problems because of lack of self-confidence. So because of that, they're not able to do things, good things in life. So their question is that how to develop self-confidence and how to present themselves better, what to do about it.
Yes. So thank you so much, Sadhna, for that wonderful question from your audience. So whoever asked that question, I think it's a very good question. Everyone has this question in their minds, especially when they are trying to do something out of their comfort zone, trying to do something which they are not used to. All this happens, and so many times, being in that comfort zone is very cozy, but when you are trying to come out of that comfort zone, that's when you need the real confidence, right? So in order to come out of that comfort zone and step into something new, you would need confidence. And when you want to get into a new zone, there is something called fear which is gripping you because of so many reasons. It could be due to lack of knowledge, it could be due to lack of skills, or it would be something which is innate in you, with some fear which is gripping you because of some past. Okay, so it could be different
Yeah.
reasons why fear is gripping you, which is not allowing you to become confident to take the next step. Okay, so in order to get confident, you need to start learning. Okay, start learning new skills, and get knowledge, acquire knowledge of where you want to go, what subject you want to learn, and find where you need to go, what is your niche. Okay, so first of all, you have to know where you have to go first, the destination. Secondly, you have to acquire the right knowledge and acquire the right skills for the same, and also you have to start implementing all that you have learned and make it habitual, so that you are consistent in moving towards the direction you are going towards, the destination. Yeah. So if you implement all these things, I'm sure that you will become confident and achieve your dream life. Yeah,
So, sir, they
that's it
have
from
one question related to this, that how, like, English is a part of confidence. They are asking this. So, how can they speak English in a better way? So, they are asking that also because they think that speaking English can make them confident.
Yes, that's very true, Sadhana. In today's world, we all know that English is very, very important, right? Unless you know English, you would not be able to talk to people from other states or other countries also, right? For example, if you are from Maharashtra, and Marathi is the language which you have been grown up with. So many times, what happens is, even if you want to learn English, the other friends of yours may make fun of you. They don't want to. No, अरे Hindi English बात कर रहा है. So they make fun of you, and you don't learn English, right? But then, if you even despite, okay, know this word, despite people criticizing you for talking in English, if you keep learning that, if you learn few words every day, despite people criticizing you, people making fun of you, that is what is, being coming out of comfort zone. You have to come out
Yeah.
of that comfort zone despite people mocking you, right? That's when you learn
Okay.
English. And then slowly you have to develop that English, uh, with that your vocabulary, grammar, and whatever you have to learn. You have to come out of the comfort zone, and then you become confident slowly. It's not an overnight journey, it is a process.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Sadhana.
a great suggestion, sir.
Yes.
And we have one more questions regarding personal confidence. Namrata Sharma has questioned that sometimes we take decisions and then we change our decisions. So other people think that we have weak personality and we don't stick to our decisions. So how to be confident about our decisions and do not regret later?
Right. Thank you so much for that question. Okay, so many times what happens is, we take some decisions, and they may be right or they may be wrong, right? So many times we feel that this is what I want to do in life forever. Okay, but suddenly you feel, okay, there is something else which is better, or your decision is, you feel like, okay, your decision is not so right. But whenever you have taken a decision about certain thing, about your choice in life, it may be right for that instance, it may be right for that situation. Okay, so whatever decision you have taken right now, but be stern on that until you reach that. In between, you may have to change depending on your circumstances, because depending on your experience may change as you mature. Yes, others also can add. I think Roshan, Dr. Banke, and Shyam are also, can also add to what I said.
Yes, I would like
Yes,
to add
yes.
certain things. देखो पता है जो इंग्लिश की बात कर रहे हैं ना, they should know कि the lack of confidence is not coming from the space of not knowing enough English. क्योंकि कम वर्ड में इंग्लिश द पर्पस क्या है, उसका उद्देश्य है कम्युनिकेशन. So that lack of knowledge is definitely one thing in today's world, but that is not all. So I would suggest them to look at the root cause. The root cause is not just the lack of language. Whether they are confident in communicating in Hindi or not, in whatever native language they are using or not, they should go with that first. और यदि उनका communication बढ़िया है एक language में, किसी भी एक language में, they should start from there. वहां से शुरू करना है. और फिर क्या, learning a language is a very simple thing. No, they can read English novels, they can start talking in English, they can take n number of online classes. So that's it. But I don't think that just the lack of knowledge of English would be sufficient enough for that huge feeling of lack of confidence. So they need to go within. what is that which is making them have that lack of confidence? क्या चीज है और उसको एड्रेस करना होगा, राइट? और वो क्या चीज हो सकती है, ये पर्सन टू पर्सन वेरी कर सकता है। तो हर व्यक्ति को अपने हिसाब से, अपने पास्ट एक्सपीरियंसेस के हिसाब से, गुड एक्सपीरियंसेस, बैड एक्सपीरियंसेस, कई बार क्या होता है, हमारे साथ कोई गड़बड़ हो गई, हमने कुछ कहीं पे कुछ गड़बड़ हमसे हो गई, हम उतने अच्छे से रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं कर पाए, मन हमारा वहीं अटक जाता है पास्ट में, और हम अपने आप को लेबल कर देते हैं कि यार मैं ऐसा हूं, मैं ऐसा नहीं हूं, उस समय हो गया वैसा। So it's the thing of moving continuously on, like Vanya said, it's a journey, right? So that was what I wanted to add, कि बिल्कुल पहली चीज तो आप ये समझ लो कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस की कमी नहीं है। शुरू वहां से करो कि कॉन्फिडेंट हूं, मुझे और कॉन्फिडेंट होना है, क्या क्या चीजें जो मुझे रोक रही है, फिर उसके पीछे लग जाओ, पकड़ के, डंडा पकड़ के उसके पीछे लग जाओ और मार मार के उसको ठीक कर दो।
Thank you for sharing your knowledge, Manyagant sir and BB Agrawal sir. So let's move on to the next category. We have a question in Money and Finance by Chinmay Sen. He says that how to manage finances in a better way and invest in a better way.
Okay. So thank you, Sadhana, for the wonderful question. I think this is a very regular question coming on my way from in my various webinars and various training sessions which I am conducting. So basically, this is a very generic question, I can say. It's related to all the followers you have, all your people who are there in your community. See, managing finance is basically a very simple thing. First of all, people have the mindset that personal finance and financial planning is a very difficult task, which is not there, which is not true. If you approach the right people, you approach the right mentors, it is a very simple thing to do and follow. And basically, the financial planning is the first part is the mindset. You should have the mindset for saving and discipline. If you have the proper mindset to save the money in right place for the longer period of time, and discipline, you should not withdraw your money in between. This is the one thing. Secondly, you define your goals, define your financial goals, starting from short-term goals and long-term goals and medium-term goals. This is the basic things we should follow. Short-term goals means suppose someone is want to buy something near future. Let's say he want to buy the car, he want to buy the home, or there's some marriage or some big function in the family. So there is a different planning for that particular amount, which he need within next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And the second, the long-term goals basically are the education of the children, the education of the marriage, and the retirement fund. Retirement planning is the most important thing. So accordingly, they need to define the certain amount which they need to start from now onwards on regular basis for the certain period of time. 5 years, 10 years, 15, sir, continuously. Then certainly the power of compounding works and they get the desired amount which they're looking for to meet the particular goal. I'll give you the example, just a quick example. First of all, they need to understand the term inflation. Inflation basically, we all know that previously 10 years, 12 years, 15 years back, the value of things was very low. Our salaries were very low. We can spend, we go outside, we spend whatever we go, we spend very less amount, our works get done.
Yeah.
Let's take the example, you go for the movie around 10 years back. So it was a very low ticket. Because we can see our parents with a salary very less, I think 5,000, 10,000, and we all can survive very nicely. But in today's world, I think 1 lakh also less sometimes, considering the expenses and the lifestyle we are living. So the same thing I would like to say, if we go further down the line, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever we earn now, that won't be sufficient. We need more amount. So for that, we need to plan now, today onwards. Okay. And the first salary is the right time to start saving, start investing. Okay. So the same thing, just make your financial plan with the right coach, make your financial plan, and just I want to say that to invest the place which can beat the inflation, because inflation is the same. If you have, let's say, 1,000 rupees today, the value of 1,000 after 1 year will be 1,060 rupees, considering the 6% inflation. So if you invest in the same kind of if you're going to invest the same kind of instrument which give return the same return 6 to 7%, so the value of your money will also remain the same. So you need to invest in somewhere which can give you the inflation beating returns, which is 10%, 12%, 15%. So the same thing, concluding the answer, make the mindset of investing the long term and disciplinary investment. Make your financial plan in terms of short-term and long-term goals, and start investing from day one in the inflation beating returns. And follow the right coach, follow the right financial advisor for the same. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
want
you
to say.
rightly said, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir, for giving your inputs. Actually, planning is really important. We don't plan things and things don't go the way we have planned. So planning is very important. You rightly said that.
Sadhana, can I add something to what Tom said?
Yeah, sir. Go for it, sir.
Yeah. So I would like to add something, and this is very interesting. I remember when I was a child, I come from a very poor background, and we used to have a very, 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 less amount of money every single month. And that time, my father taught me one thing, which I would like to share with you. So he brought me 4 jars, PG banks.
Okay.
We all know PG banks, right?
Yeah.
So so my father brought me 4 PG banks, and he used to say, whatever money I give you, okay, you just keep putting it in 4 PG banks. And then he asked me to label those PG banks for 4 different purposes. One purpose was for next year's school uniform. Another PG bank was for next year's books. Third PG bank was for school shoes. And fourth PG bank was for my fun, my toys. Okay. Now, as we grow, what I have seen, what I have experienced is people often forget such kind of things that we learned in our childhood. And when we get into our jobs, when we get into our profession, career, and when we start earning money, what happens? The moment we start getting money from in the form of our salary or income in the form of income from business, then our focus gets shifted from saving to spending. So I think it will be more appropriate if some people start managing their money using the jar system. They can make some allocations like 10% for savings and investments, 10% for their near short term goals, maybe 30% for retirement or something like that. And when they do that, they will become an excellent money manager. Their money, if the 10% amount of their income that they have decided that they will put it in investment, if they put it in right instruments with the help of right advisor or a right mentor or a right guide, financial guide, then their money will grow faster and they will be in a better position to manage their money and create wealth for themselves in the future.
That's a
Thank
good
you, Roshan.
one. Good suggestion. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on, we have questions related to career and business. So most of the one or two people have this question, like Amit Gupta and Ritesh, and yeah. So these people have questions related to job. They are not finding right job for them, and they have been jobless. So they have questions like, if they are non-graduate, then what kind of things they can do, and how to find my job. Actually, the people have this question.
No problem. I'll still like to answer that question. And this is very common situation in front of a lot of people in today's state. Okay, a lot of people, they drop out of college or they drop out of their education and they don't complete their education. And there can be n number of reasons behind it that they could not complete their education. Now, when this happens, people starts feeling afraid because I have not completed my graduation. I don't know what type of job I will get, or I don't know what to do next. And I think the people, Abhishek, right? The names you mentioned, Abhishek and one more
Right.
person. Now, if you look at their situation, I think they're in the same situation. So here, I would like to help them by answering their question very specifically, but on a different note. Okay, they are searching for job, but then they are not getting job, or they don't know what type of job to get into. Okay, here, what my first suggestion to them is not to search for a job in the outside world. Given whatever kind of your financial situation is at your home, not to search a job in the outside world, but instead take a time and sit calmly alone and look inside who you are as a human being, what you are good at. Because as a human being, we all are gifted with some natural talents. Okay, so they need to ask themselves this question: who they are as a human being and what they are naturally talented at, what they are naturally good at. Now, how do they identify this? By asking some simple questions. What are the things I can do exceptionally when in comparison to other people? What are the things people come to me for seeking solutions? What type of problems people come to me with? Right now, they can also go to some of their friends or close people, close relatives, and ask them what they feel. What am I good at? According to you, what am I good at? Hey, what do you think? What am I good at? Or what am I best at? Right? And identify that one skill or two skills or two unique talents, one unique talent, one is enough. There are people who are multi-talented. Okay, but identifying that one unique talent is what it takes to get you to the right direction. Now, once you have identified one unique talent, then you see how you can use that talent to solve other people's problem. Okay, and then
Yeah.
you have an answer what type of job you are best suitable for and what type of job you can search for. Now, to help you get insight into what I'm trying to say, I'll give you a small example. I don't recollect the name of this young boy.
Okay.
He dropped out of the college because of the financial situation at his home, but he was at a very young age, he was good at playing guitar. He was part of multiple bands just to make some money in his early childhood days. So he was playing guitar since he was 12. Okay, and when he turned 18, he lost both his father and mother in a car accident, and his financial situation was shattered. He had to drop off out of college, and nobody was there to support him financially. So then he was in similar situation. I haven't completed my graduation. I don't know what type of job to do. And then he
Yeah.
hired a mentor who guided him to do this.
Mhm.
Okay. The mentor said, "What are you good at?" He said, "I can only play guitar. I can't do anything else.
Okay.
I'm best at doing at it. I I
Hmm.
I get lot of tips when I go with that guitar and play the guitar in a band. I get lot of tips." So the coach asked him, "Now, what's the problem with people who don't know how to play guitar and want to learn guitar? Can you help these people learn guitar? Can you teach them?" And then that was that eureka moment. Yes, he said, "Yes, I can teach you." And that's where he found his unique talent. He is exceptionally good at playing guitar, and he started teaching playing guitar, how to play guitar. And that's how he made his career. He is raking multi-million dollars every single month.
Mhm.
He is not a graduate till date,
Yeah.
and he built something of his own based on his unique talent that he had. So like this, Abhijit or the other young boy, a young gentleman who might have that unique talent, you need to you need to identify what is your unique talent, and if you need help, I will help you do that to uncover your unique money making talent. Just that
Yeah.
you have to come to Design Your Destiny.
Yes, yes.
You have to come to the event where I will talk about this, how you can uncover your talent and what is the real worth of your talent is what something I speak about often, and this is what I will teach you at our virtual live event, which is supposed to happen on 9th January. So just
Yeah.
get into the event, and I would be happy to help you.
Yeah. So I think so. Whatever you shared your knowledge, I think this answers the one of the questions asked by Abhishek Bhatnagar as well. He also says that he want to just help poor and unemployed to fulfill their basic requirements. So
Mhm.
what job he should get in to do that? Like doing that job also and helping
Yes,
people also. I think your question answers that.
yes.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, this person has unique ability, or I will say this is a unique talent. This talent is called sympathy. Okay. Now, based on sympathy, if you look at what type of profession is suitable for him, is a profession where he works with social organizations.
Yeah.
He raises funds to help poor people, to help poor kids, or
Mm-hmm.
he starts his own social organization to help get this job done.
Mm-hmm.
This type of profession will not only help him achieve his objective, but will also help him earn some money in the form of salary.
We have one more question in current business that I would like to ask. So
Mhm.
again, Abhishek Manocha has one question: what to do when we have to choose between family and career? So
Okay.
sometimes they have this dilemma, like what to choose between family and career when this kind of situation comes in.
Okay. So this is a very unique and tricky situation that any candidate can get into. Okay. Family wants you to do something else, and you want to do something else, and you have to make a choice whether to choose what family says you to do versus what you want to do. Okay. Now, if this is the situation Abhishek is stuck at, what I will suggest Abhishek is to make a list of advantages and disadvantages of doing both the things. For an example, first take a piece of paper and write down all the advantages and disadvantages of doing the thing that family wants him to do,
Okay.
and take another fresh piece of paper and write down advantages and disadvantages of the particular career or profession he wants to choose, he wants to
Okay.
pursue. Okay. And then before showing it to the family, compare it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Now when he is writing down everything, please, Abhishek, do not forget to look at what you are naturally talented at, because what you may want to do, you may want to pursue, okay, it can be a shiny object syndrome also. What I mean by shiny object syndrome, so for an example, in today's date, a lot of people want to become YouTuber, but not all people become successful YouTubers. Google's own data says only 7% people become successful YouTuber and they make millions of dollars every single month. Right now, for you, I'm just taking an example, Abhishek, don't feel bad about it. For you, it might be the case that you want to become an YouTuber, but your family says don't do that, there is no career. What we will tell to people when we go out to search bride for you? What will we tell people? कि हमारा बेटा वीडियो बनाता है यूट्यूब में, कि हमारा बेटा कुछ काम नहीं करता, नौकरी नहीं करता, बिजनेस नहीं करता. Family might be thinking like this. Now, if it is something that comes to you naturally, if it is something that you are exceptionally good at, my advice to you is make your parents become aware about how there are new opportunities created around the world, how people are making money. Give them enough evidences that yes, this is one of the best profession to pursue, right? And then tell them how you are planning to move things forward with respect to that specific domain. And when there is a fine balance, when your family understands your point, when you understand family's point, then you can make a call. Okay, yes, whether your family is telling you right, or you are on the right path, or you have to choose altogether a different path based on your talents. And if you need more help about this, I suggest you get into DYD's live event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your
No problem.
knowledge and information and your guidance. And one more question for Shyam Chitwani, sir. Moksh Sahu has this question: how to like grow business in a faster way, and how to attract customers, like how to manage finances and do that in a business.
I think this is business and career related question. I would like to answer that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I would like to answer that. Can you just repeat the question?
Actually, how to attract customers and grow the business fast.
Okay, wonderful. Now, when this person, gentleman, what is the name? Moksh, right?
Moksh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Moksh, I have a piece of advice for you. Okay. Growing business fast versus growing business in the right direction and accelerating it is are two different things. Okay. What is your definition of fast growth? Okay. First, we need to understand that. When I say what is your definition of fast growth, I mean to say you have to define. So, for example, if you are doing 1 crore turnover in an entire year, how fast you want to go is not the question. How far you want to go from 1 crore to, is it 10 crore per year, or is it 20 crore per year, or is it 30 crore per year? Define that quantum. Okay, first thing. So assuming I'll take this example of 1 crore. Currently I will say you are doing 1 crore a year and you want to do 10x in the next coming year or upcoming year. Okay, we are already in new year, so you want to do 10x, 10 गुना करना चाहते हो, 10 करोड़ पर एनम करना चाहते हो, तो करना क्या होगा? ठीक है, आप जो 1x करने के लिए कर रहे हो उसको 10 गुना मल्टीप्लाई करने से, 10 गुना मल्टीप्लाई करने से नहीं होगा. You have to apply different strategies. So when I talk about different strategies, what are those strategies? You alone cannot do it. The first question is, are you a solopreneur? Are you a business owner? Are you a proprietor? If you are a proprietor or a solopreneur, my advice to you is build a team. Okay, because when you build a team, you will be able to multiply your time. You alone doing the business versus your team joining forces with you and they doing the business with you is going to take you multiple folds growth. That's first. Second, train your team in such a way that your business will be able to grow even when you are not able to give enough time to the business. Okay, so what I mean by that, build a business that can grow without you. How you build it? By recruiting people in different departments. Now, for an example, take any company, any business. There are 6 or 7 departments. First, sales. Second, operations. Third, marketing. Fourth, R&D. Fifth, accounts. Sixth, human resources. And seventh is management. Okay, you have to set up all these departments. Okay, and hire people who can take care of respective departments. Okay, once you do that, you show them the path. You have a clear vision. You communicate your vision to your staff. You train them every single day. You motivate them every single day, and then you give them specific targets. Okay, and then let them chase those targets. Now, hiring team and giving them targets will not take you 10x. Okay, you also need to have strategic expansion or acceleration plan. You need partnerships that will take you 10x. You need vendors that will help you grow 10x. You need affiliates that will help you grow 10x. You need to build an ecosystem where your business will grow faster. Okay, and this is something which is not the topic of Design Your Destiny, but I take it personally offline. So if you want to do this, I suggest you visit my website roshankhadia.com and book a call with me, and I will be happy to help you out doing that, depending on your specific situation. So that's what right now I can say about this to Moksh.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you for guiding him. And now moving on, we have questions related to parenting and relationships. So Vanna Sahu has question. She says that her daughter plays a lot of video games and she's not able to make her understand the ill effects of video games. And she doesn't listen to anyone. So what to do regarding such children?
Okay, thank you, Sadhana. So what would the audience be more comfortable with, English or Hindi? Or
Hindi,
mixed?
sir.
Hindi.
Yeah, actually they are mothers, maybe they will understand.
Right. ठीक है, तो ये इनकी बच्ची कितनी बड़ी है, उन्होंने लिखा है क्या?
7th class, 7th or 8th class.
7th और 8th क्लास, मतलब 10-11 साल के आसपास, 11 साल के आसपास. ओके, तो उनका क्वेश्चन है कि बात नहीं सुनती है और वीडियो गेम्स बहुत खेलती है, तो कैसे कंट्रोल करूं? ठीक है, मतलब देखो मम्मी, आपसे मैं बात कर रहा हूं, ये कब से शुरू हुआ और कैसे शुरू हुआ, है ना? हो सकता है आपने बचपन में उसको खाना ना खाने पे मोबाइल दिखाया हो, टीवी दिखाया हो, कि किसी भी तरीके से तो खा ले. हो सकता है बचपन में जब वो बहुत रो रही हो, छोटी हो, तो उसको चुप कराने के लिए आपने मोबाइल दिखाया हो, टीवी दिखाया हो, है ना? उसको क्या मैसेज गया उस छोटे बच्चे को, 1.5 साल, 2 साल, 2.5 साल के बच्चे को, कि यदि मोबाइल देखना है, टीवी देखना है तो रो, दुखी हो जाओ, या खाना मत खाओ, तो मम्मी मुझे टीवी के सामने बिठा देगी, मेरी मर्जी का काम हो जाएगा. तो ये कब से शुरू हुआ आपके केस में, है ना? अब आपकी बच्ची 11 साल की है, देखो अब वो समझ सकती है ना? इसका कोई 1 मिनट में आप सोचोगे सॉल्यूशन हो जाए, ऐसा नहीं होगा. सबसे पहले आपको ये देखना है कि आपका अपने बच्चे के साथ जो कनेक्शन है वो कितना मजबूत है. यदि आपका कनेक्शन मजबूत है तो बच्चा आपकी बात सुनेगा, पूरी ना सुने, काफी कुछ सुनेगा, है ना? फिर आप उसी को बोलो, चल तू गूगल कर कि ज्यादा वीडियो गेम खेलने से क्या होता है, क्या क्या फायदे हैं, क्या क्या नुकसान है. उसको गूगल करने दो, उसके साथ बैठ के आप गूगल कर लो और फिर नोट डाउन कर लो. 11 साल की बच्ची है तो पक्का वो समझेगी, अच्छा ये है. उसके बाद बोलो, बेटा मैं ना तेरा ये नुकसान नहीं देख सकती, तेरी जिद की वजह से मैं तेरा ये नुकसान नहीं होने दूंगी. पता है साधना जी, अक्सर क्या होता है, पेरेंट्स ऑर्डर देते हैं, मत देखो. अभी ऑर्डर देते हैं तो इम्पोर्टेंट कौन है, बच्चा की पेरेंट? पेरेंट इंपॉर्टेंट है. मैं बोल रहा हूं ना तुमको कितने बार समझाया ना, तुमको समझ नहीं आता, तुम्हारी आंख खराब हो जाएगी, तुम्हारा ये हो जाएगा. इस तरीके से हम पेरेंट्स कहते हैं. मैं इसे ट्रिक करने के लिए कह रहा हूं. आप मम्मी अपनी बच्ची को बोलो, बेटा तेरा ये नुकसान मैं नहीं होने दूंगी, चाहे इसके लिए मुझे बुरा बनना पड़े. आज तुम्हारी नजर में मैं बुरी बनने को तैयार हूं, पर उनको ना उस स्पेस से आना है, उस जेन्युइन कंसर्न, अपने बच्चे के जेन्युइन कंसर्न के स्पेस से आना है ना? जिन्होंने भी ये क्वेश्चन पूछा है, आपको एक चीज जरूर मैं यहाँ बताना चाहूंगा. रिसर्च में ये पाया गया है कि जो डिजिटल स्क्रीन टाइम का जो एडिक्शन होता है, जो बच्चे या जो बड़े बहुत ज्यादा एडिक्टेड होते हैं ना स्क्रीन टाइम के, उनके ब्रेन का स्ट्रक्चर वैसा ही पाया गया है जैसा कोकेन के एडिक्शन से पाया गया है. आप समझ रहे हो मेरी बात? ये खिलौना नहीं है. आजकल इसे कहा ही जाता है डिजिटल हेरोइन. ये एडिक्शन है। तो बीइंग अ पेरेंट, सबसे पहले आपका कर्तव्य है कि आप सही नॉलेज लो, आप सही चीजों की जानकारी रखो, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, इन सही चीजों को आप अप्लाई करो। नंबर 3, अप्लाई कब होगा? जब आपका बच्चे से कनेक्शन एकदम स्ट्रांग होगा। नंबर 4, कनेक्शन स्ट्रांग कैसे होगा, इस पे ध्यान दो। बच्चे के साथ अच्छी क्वालिटी टाइम बिताओ, उसके साथ मस्ती करो, खेलो, जो मर्जी, देखो कहाँ पे क्या चीज लैकिंग है ना। तो धीरे धीरे इन सब चीजों पे आप वर्क करेंगे, तब जा करके आप उसका स्क्रीन टाइम को, उसके वीडियो गेम्स को आप कम कर पाएंगे। पर आप ये जान लो कि यदि वो कितने घंटे खेलती है मुझे नहीं पता, पर 1 घंटे से ज्यादा पैसिव स्क्रीन टाइम शुड नॉट बी देयर, नहीं होना चाहिए। हम बात करेंगे इसके बारे में, डिजाइन योर डेस्टिनी का जो हमारा लाइव इवेंट 9 जनवरी को होने वाला है, उसमें मैं सब पेरेंट्स को बताने वाला हूँ बेस्ट 9 टिप्स फ्रॉम बर्थ टू 18 ईयर्स। पैदा होने के बाद से लेकर 18 साल की एज तक कौन से वो 9 बहुत महत्वपूर्ण चीजें हैं जिन पे आपको ध्यान देना है, जो आपको पता होनी चाहिए। तो यू आर वेलकम इन दैट। यस सर।
Definitely, sir. Whatever you said, it is absolutely right. Parents and children have to be friends to understand each other's problems, and then only they can solve their problems. So we have one more question from Namrata. It is related to relationship. She is saying that every girl and boy has an image of their soulmates before marriage, and when they get married, so they think that they are not made for each other, and they know that they are made for each other or something like this. So they don't understand each other after that, and they have more expectations. So how to understand this thing that they have got married, and they are made for each other, and they can understand. So this is the question these couple are facing. Yeah.
Okay, Sadhna. So should I answer it in English or Hindi will do? Or
Yeah,
mix?
whatever. So yeah, mix. Yeah.
Okay. So देखो, in my 40, now I have turned 48. ये 48 साल की उम्र में मैंने मेड फॉर ईच अदर तो बहुत रेयरली देखा है। ये किताबों में होता है, किस्से कहानियों में होता है, तो हम बहुत ज्यादा लाइफ की रोमांटिसाइजिंग करके उस स्पेस से जाएंगे तो गड़बड़ होगा। मैं आपको 3 शब्दों की एक लाइन बताता हूं जो गुरुदेव श्री श्री रविशंकर जी कहते हैं इस चीज को लेकर। डिमांड डिस्ट्रॉयज लव। आप देखो कि इस अपनी रिलेशनशिप में कितने डिमांडिंग हो आप और कितने गिविंग हो आप कितना आप देना चाहते हो कि केवल पाना चाहते हो। आप दोनों चीजें चाहते हो तो दोनों का प्रोपोर्शन क्या है ना। तो मेरा सजेशन आपके लिए ये है, सोलमेट, मेड फॉर ईच अदर, ठीक है कुछ हद तक होता है, बट थिंग्स इवॉल्व, है ना। सो देयर हैज टू बी, आपको इवॉल्व होना है आपके रिलेशनशिप को। देखो शुरू में रिलेशनशिप बेस्ड रहती है फिजिकल रिलेशंस पे, शुरू का 1 साल 2 साल मेजरली इस पे बेस्ड रहता है। ये वो टाइम रहता है जब आप इसके सहारे से बाकी चीजों की अंडरस्टैंडिंग डेवलप करो, आपके कॉमन गोल्स हो, कुछ एक लॉन्ग टर्म आपका गोल आप रखो। जैसे रेल की 2 पटरी होती है ना, हमारे देश में हम क्या कहते हैं, जीवन साथी कहते हैं। हम ये थोड़ी कहते हैं कि ये मेरी अमानत हो गई, मैंने शादी कर ली तो मेरी वाइफ मेरी अमानत हो गई, या मेरा हस्बैंड मेरी अमानत हो गया, मेरा गुलाम हो गया, मैं जो चाहूंगी वो करेगा, है ना। तो किस स्पेस से आप आ रहे हो। जैसे रेल के 2 पटरी होती है ना, लाइफ लॉन्ग वो साथ चलते हैं, क्यों, उनका कॉमन गोल है एक। यदि कॉमन गोल आपका एक बड़ा गोल, बड़ा विजन नहीं रहेगा तो आप फिर आपस में लड़ोगे ज्यादा। तो 2-3 चीजें हैं, क्या समराइज करते हैं, तो डिमांडिंग आप कितने हो और कितने गिविंग हो, है ना। यदि आप डिमांडिंग ज्यादा हो तो आप शिफ्ट हो जाओ गिविंग पे, और यदि उसके बाद कोई रियल इश्यूज हैं, कुछ ऐसा है कि भाई आपका जो लाइफ पार्टनर है वो कुछ बैड हैबिट्स हैं, ड्रंकार्ड है, फिजिकल वायलेंस करते हैं या और कुछ चीजें, दे आर सेपरेट थिंग है ना। हम यहाँ बात कर दें कि भाई जो नॉर्मल रूटीन में कपल्स के बीच में डिस्प्यूट्स होते हैं, तो आप कितने डिमांडिंग हो, आप थोड़े गिविंग भी हो जाओ। फिर जो शुरू का समय है उस समय को आप यूटिलाइज करो एक लॉन्ग टर्म गोल, अपने आपस के डिफरेंसेस को वाइप आयरन आउट करने में, हाँ, एक अपने आप को एक दूसरे को समझने में, रादर देन तू मुझे एक्सेप्ट कर, आप देखो कि आप कैसे सामने वाले को एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हो, है ना। ये 2-3 चीजें आप करो, एक बड़ा विजन रखो लाइफ के लिए, तो वो हो जाएगा।
That was beautifully explained by you. Definitely she'll get some guidance. And for more understanding, she can just log into like DYD's event. She'll deeply understand all those things. Definitely.
रत्ना जी, इस पे क्विक
So-
थोड़ा मेरा एक फीडबैक देना चाहूंगा। ये जो आपने सवाल अभी पूछा रिसेंटली बांके जी से कि मतलब एक मेड फॉर ईच अदर, अपने लिए आइडियल पार्टनर कैसे पाए। जैसे बांके जी ने बताया रिलेशनशिप एक बार हो गया है, जो मेड फॉर ईच शादी हो गया है, उसके बाद का जर्नी थोड़ा बताया। और आज की जनरेशन को ये क्वेश्चन होता है कि राइट पार्टनर चूज कैसे करें। आज की डेट
Yeah,
में
that is
बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन होता है सबके लिए। तो मैं अभी कुछ 7-8 सालों पहले ही ये फेज से गुजरा हूँ, तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस मैं शेयर करूंगा कि हम जब लड़की से मिलते हैं या अपने पार्टनर से मिलते हैं तो हम सब पॉजिटिव चीजें बताते हैं अपनी। मेरा ये अच्छा है, मेरा ये क्वालिफिकेशन है, मेरे फैमिली बैकग्राउंड ये है, मैं यहाँ रहता हूँ, मेरे पास ये फाइनेंशियल स्टेटस मेरा ये है। हम एक भी नेगेटिव चीज नहीं बताते उसको। और बाद में क्या होता है, जब शादी हो जाती है तो नेगेटिव चीजें बाहर धीरे धीरे पता चलने लगती हैं एक दूसरे की, और वो कल जाके एक दुख का कारण बनती है। तो मेरा एडवाइस आज की जनरेशन को वो है कि जब भी आप अपने पार्टनर से फर्स्ट मीटिंग करते हो या जो कन्वर्सेशन करते हो ड्यूरिंग द फाइनलाइजेशन, तो अपने जो भी नेगेटिव पॉइंट्स हैं वो सब पहले डिस्कस करो और वो उसके सामने रखो, पुट ऑन द टेबल, और वो एक्सेप्ट करके एक दूसरे के हम अगर आगे बढ़ सकते हैं तो लाइफ में डेफिनेटली आपका जो भी रिलेशन रहेगा वो सक्सेसफुल रहेगा, क्योंकि बाद में पॉजिटिविटी कुछ चीजें बाहर आएगी। नेगेटिव आपने सब बता दिया है, एक दूसरे को पता है, मेंटली वी आर फाइन कि ये चीजें लेके आगे बढ़ना है, और पॉजिटिव जो अच्छी चीजें आएंगी वो आगे जाके खुशी का एक कारण बनेगी हमारे लिए। तो मेरा जनरेशन को वही मैसेज है कि नेगेटिव चीजें पहले डिस्कस कर लो ताकि आगे वो दुख का कारण ना बने और रिलेशनशिप में कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स ना हो। एक शॉर्ट में मैं थोड़ा एड किया बांके जी, वो इस पे कुछ आपके हिसाब से सही हो गया जी।
बढ़िया, परफेक्ट।
Yeah, this is one of the most important things, people face these days while searching for a partner, and you put it very, very well in front of others. So these were the questions, and I try to put in front of you all the important questions, and if any questions was left, then I'll try to address them through the DYDs, like the event that is going to happen. You all will definitely get answers to all your questions. And sorry for that I couldn't include some of the questions, like there's Rishabh and Deepak and Nitish and Asha. So you don't get disheartened. I'll try to get your answers through the DYD's team's event. So I would like you all to join the event. That is going to really be a life-changing event for you all. And I hope that this session was really helpful to you, and you got your answers to a great extent. And I would like to thank you, all of you, sir, all the speakers. You tried to make them understand their questions in a very beautiful way.
So thank you, Sadhna, for having all of us here for your community. We really enjoyed talking to you and answering your questions. I think your community is the most loved community, and they love you the most. That's why they believe you, and they are able to ask you such questions which are about their personal life. And I think we would be more than happy to have your people attending our live preview session this coming Wednesday. We will share the details with you. We will be doing this exclusive session only for your community, where your community can experience the, a teaser of what is going to happen on 9th January in the bigger event, which is going to be a 6-hour event where each one of us get onto the stage and speaks for about an hour or so, and then we open it up for you guys. So you guys, when you attend the live event on 9th January, okay, you guys will get to interact with the speakers live, just like Sadhna did right now. Okay, so I just have one request for you all. Just register for the preview, and then sign up for the upcoming big event, which is happening on 9th January. And yes, the 9th January event is a kind of no-brainer offer for you guys, so you can just jump in, and we will make sure that you all are in a position to come out of whatever challenging situation you are in right now, and take control of your life and start taking steps towards achieving your goals, with respect to building confidence, with respect to building career, with respect to growing wealth, and with respect to growing your kids and building happy and harmonious family. With that, thank you so much, friends. And thank you, Sadhna, once again for having us here and interviewing us.
It was a lovely experience, sir, getting guidance from you all and having your experience here. So definitely our community will benefit from whatever you have shared in this session. Thank you so much, all of you.